There is 1 second of Disney Wars 9 that I love. This spooky black pyramid is the infamous mystery box done right. With this video, I'm not aiming to repair bad writing, just bring out the potential of setting it in Star Wars. Let's work backwards from the end. The climax of the Disney trilogy is that teenage Vader wannabe stops being evil and becomes good to help his love interest during the final boss fight. I can work with that. J.J. Abrams calls this Black Pyramid a Sith wayfinder. In his movie, it is a magical compass that allows its owner to sail past the treacherous reefs and storms surrounding a hidden island. If the compass is destroyed, you're locked out of the island. However, it accidentally looks like something from Star Wars. These are Jedi Holocrons, the Force user's equivalent of an external hard drive. These polyhedra of gold and silver and crystal are used to store information, such as the sacred Jedi texts. In contrast, this is a Sith holocron. Notice how its appearance is a black tetrahedral pyramid, like JJ's compass, but the holocron is much deeper. It's more like the One Ring of Sauron. It's a corruptive artifact. It wants to be found, to be used, to draw people in and tempt them with voiceless promises of power. The Sith holocron is the most mysterious of all boxes. It's almost a character of its own, and all it does is sit there radiating malice. Keep that in mind, and watch this clip from the movie JJ made.
The only way you're getting to Exegol is with me.
No!
See how much more meaningful it is to destroy a Sith holocron instead of a Sith wayfinder. JJ's box represents a house key, and destroying it means getting out your spare key, that's all. The holocron from Star Wars is more like a dark library full of 1,000 different Necronomicons. To destroy the holocron means giving up all that dark side knowledge and power. It's the ultimate proof of resolve when the evil character turns good. Despite all the temptation, the whispers in his mind of, why shouldn't I keep it? He crushes the Black Pyramid. Just by knowing about one single item from the Star Wars galaxy, we can replace JJ's invention with the Sith holocron and vastly improve the movie. This one change would ripple all through the Disney Wars universe, making it better everywhere.
They've landed a troop carrier.
Jam the speeders.
I can't, sir.
Why not?
They're not using speeders.
A little earlier, a house of cards is set up as the foundation to a visual spectacle. There are 3 distinct problems JJ is grappling with. Second things first, the Star Destroyers. In a wet navy, destroyers are the smallest ships worth mentioning and may not even be classed as capital ships. In a space navy, destroyers are a larger class of capital ship than frigates. Star Destroyers are built in orbital shipyards, and if they enter the atmosphere, that's the same event as being destroyed, just a minute or 2 before the end. I think the source of this confusion is Attack of the Clones, which shows the ancestors of Star Destroyers, Acclamator-class troop transport and landing ships. Acclamators are equipped with landing gear and ramps down from their doors. Their sole purpose is to deliver clone troopers to a planet's surface. But they aren't dedicated warships, they are only ancestors to the Star Destroyer. There are also the Victory class, which are much smaller than Imperial class Star Destroyers, and as such they can descend below orbit without being guaranteeably written off. Obviously JJ would never settle for something smaller than the design of the OT, so that's not what he's going for. With the fleet of a zillion super laser Star Destroyers versus a squillion assorted freighters, the intention could never be the small ones. If JJ had thought for a second about building this fleet, it would have had to be in orbit. There. Now the fleet is enough to blockade the whole planet. You don't need the magical compass and the red matter. Third, in order to make the zillion ISDs go away, JJ declares that shields don't work in atmosphere. He is not correct about this. Finally, first of all, the intention with the horses is to show hippies beating robots through nature, or some such thing.
Not bad for one lesson! You have a good teacher!
This could actually work, surprisingly enough, because there is exactly one scenario where a cavalry charge makes sense. There is one technology that has a vulnerability for the horses to exploit, and one place where that can happen. To justify the horses, you must have shields in atmosphere.
Starting up the shield!
Shields can block energy weapons and are a barrier to all repulsor craft, anything using hover technology. What can pass right through shields? Walkers, wheeled vehicles, infantry, and tracked vehicles. Anything in contact with the ground can get through easily, like horses for example. This has been established as the way it works since Empire Strikes Back, and reiterated in Phantom Menace. But if J.J. Abrams ever watched those movies, he did not see. Alright, that concludes this topic. For now. Until next time, God save the Queen, you worthless peasants.